The Great British Delusion. Britain's most salient political issue. It might be helpful to understand what's actually causing the problem in the first place. The conventional explanation among critical commentators is that woke ideologues in the civil service and political halls of power believe that bringing more people into Britain is an unquestionable moral good. On the fringes of the right, some even murmur of various theories of the so-called Great Replacement, which range in emphasis from elites bringing in compliant and desperate foreign workers to avoid providing good working conditions and fair wages to native workers, all the way through to conspiracies to replace white people with third world immigration. Whatever the exact flavor this perspective comes in, the idea is that mass immigration is happening for primarily ideological reasons. Likewise, advocates of mass immigration believe that anti-immigration sentiment is also motivated by ideology, hating immigrants or being racist, rather than reality. What has been clear to me for some time, however, is that both of these claims are only partially true. Yes, some wanted to, quote, rub the right's nose in diversity. Yes, many in Britain as a whole, and in Westminster in particular, think that immigration is an axiomatic moral good. The problem is, however, that this does not explain why a series of conservative governments, elected on increasingly vociferous promises to bring immigration down to the tens of thousands, continue to ramp it up, facing the threat of Farage, who tore chunks out of the Tory vote year after year. They instead proceeded to set new immigration records, culminating in 23 when net annual immigration exceeded 900,000. The reality of the incentives. It's also true that some people don't like immigrants, but the idea that this motivates a significant portion of the opposition to mass immigration in a country like Britain is absurd. British people are statistically some of the most welcoming towards immigrants in the world. Put simply, both sides are misunderstanding what's happening, often on purpose. My view is that much of the concern about immigration comes from two practical realities. Mass immigration on this scale is necessarily displacing. The British people have been getting poorer, as I keep saying over and over. Britain's GDP per capita is lower today than it was in 2007, before the great financial crisis. Ironically, this is also why parties of every stripe have brought in millions of people into the country. We don't evaluate economic performance on GDP per capita. Instead, we measure GDP itself, and itself alone. That is the equivalent of measuring how prosperous your household is without accounting for the number of people living in it. The explanation for why Labour and the Tories let immigration run rampant was best summed up by legendary investor Charlie Munger when he said, "Show me the incentive and I'll show you the outcome." If all you care about is the headline figure, why not hand a bedroom to your in-laws to top up your prosperity with their pension? When described like this, it sounds, frankly, insane. Yet that is precisely what our politicians are incentivized to do. This really isn't complicated to understand. So why do so many people in Britain, who clearly feel the economic pain, nonetheless refuse to see it? To see that mass immigration is an attempt by badly incentivized politicians to deceive them about what's actually happening. Instead, they cling to their support for mass immigration and the seductive but false idea that they are struggling because the rich aren't paying their fair share. A report last month, however, has opened my eyes to another reason, one I had never considered. It turns out many British people think the decline in their living standards is personal to them, while the rest of Britain is somehow thriving. A big new poll and focus group studies conducted by Freshwater Strategy with the support of the John Templeton Foundation asked participants where they thought Britain stood economically compared to our main competitors. As David Frost put it in his excellent article, voters are living in a dream world. Perceived wealth, perception, the reality is rich or richer than Switzerland. We are only half as rich as the Swiss, as rich or richer than Australia, Singapore,